I'm Brizan and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking more about Corpse Husband. If you missed yesterday's upload, we took an in-depth look on why Corpse's voice is the way it is, and it's not as natural as it may seem. Now, Corpse suffers from a disease called reflux laryngitis, and it can actually be very deadly to him in the future. So I'm going to leave a link to that video down in the description. You can go watch that now and come back to this, or wait until the end of the video and go back to have a look. Now, moving on to today's topic, which is why Corpse Husband will probably never do a face reveal. Corpse has recently grown at an insane rate on all social medias, amassing over 4.3 million subscribers on YouTube, 1.2 million followers on Twitter, 3.2 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and 1.7 million followers on Instagram. All this recent growth has obviously brought millions of new fans and stans into his audience, which was once a more mature audience, as his older videos were about horror stories, compared to now where his newfound audience would mostly consist of female teens about 12 to 18. This is obviously a huge switch up in fan base, and with this massive switch has brought some problems. While stands are a good thing in terms of creators' growth, as Corpse can literally tweet anything and get it trending worldwide if he so wanted, it also brings a new level of pressure on Corpse's already anxiety-filled mind. With growing this fast, you feel the constant demand of content which has to now reach a certain level, and the pestering of things Corpse may have never had to experience. Like I said, Corpse's past on YouTube was him reading dark stories. Because of this, there was never a press for Corpse to reveal who he was. He was just the storyteller. You don't need to see who he is. However, due to his recent content change over to games and most notably Among Us, people are driven more to find out the man behind the voice, as he is no longer just a deep voice that tells stories. He is now an internet personality. To a lot of people, this may sound like a good thing. However, those people underestimate how stressful it is to be at the top. Corpse is someone who is very open about his mental health. Openly talking about therapy he's had to go to in the past, his paranoia, agoraphobia, nervousness, and anxiety. And Corpse has experienced a lot of these things since way before his recent success on YouTube, with the most recent one probably being his paranoia of going outside and people recognise him due to his voice. But with all of this recent growth and him literally being the #1 man on social media right now, I can't even begin to imagine how much of a toll it's taking on his mental health. This is a man who has suffered from mental health issues for the majority of his life, who is now faced with the pressure of pleasing millions and millions of people who are constantly hungry for more Corpse Husband content and to find out more about who he is. And this is where stans can become a problem. As we spoke about, stans have been a huge reason for Corpse's recent success. However, they have also been a huge reason for Corpse's struggling mental health and why they will most probably never get a face reveal they're so longing for. It started with a hand reveal, which went worldwide trending, then a hair strand reveal, which also went worldwide trending, with stans even getting tattoos of his hair. However, no matter how many stans and fans you may have, you will always have haters and trolls, where people on Twitter are trolling Corpse Husband stans, saying they're simping over a man who probably looks like insert ugly nerd picture. You get the drift. Couple this along with the high expectations the fans are already loading onto Corpse's shoulders, he's probably never going to do one, as he's already self-conscious, as spoken about in his new lo-fi song Agoraphobic. There was also an instance on TikTok where someone made a video claiming that they know what Corpse Husband looks like, then proceeded to show a picture of just a very normal guy. Like there's nothing wrong with him at all, he's just a normal, decently good looking dude. And without even knowing if it was Corpse or not, stans started flooding the comments saying that he's ugly, and they won't be fans if this is what Corpse actually came out looking like. Accompany this with the trolls and the haters also saying like, oh, this is what you've been simping over. Imagine how that made Corpse feel. There was no actual evidence that this man wasn't Corpse, yet everyone jumped aboard the hate wagon. Corpse did later come out and say that it wasn't him and that he was actually quite upset by the response this TikTok had garnered. Imagine if this man was Corpse and his entire fan base had turned their backs on him without even knowing. And with Corpse already being self-conscious, he may have believed the man in the TikTok was already better looking than he was anyway. Now, before I get loads of hate comments flooding through from stans, I am not generalising you. I know there is hundreds of thousands of stans who will always support Corpse no matter what, and I am not automatically saying stan is bad like some sort of caveman, but I am saying the stan culture can cause massive problems. Because of all the reasons stated, I honestly believe we will never see a corpse husband face reveal. I don't believe he is in the right mental state to do so. I don't believe it is the right time in his career to do so. He is still growing so exponentially. Why risk hindering that growth with something as controversial as a face reveal? I believe Corpse is going to ride the Stan wave and continue to tease the reveals to keep his stands on edge and on his side until he within himself is ready. And when it comes to fame, and especially fame on the internet, mental health is always the number one priority. And I'd personally hate to see Corpse's career collapse due to him not being able to handle the possible backlash and stress. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave the video off here. If you guys want me to talk more about Corpse Husband, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I honestly enjoy his content. I think he's a great guy and I wouldn't mind talking about him again at all. So be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Until then, I've been Brizan. Peace.